Hello, welcome to Jen's Unique Nibbles and more. I need to do less nibbles and more other stuff because my blood sugar's been sneaking up, my A1C, and the doctor says I'm officially type 2 diabetic now, and that's not a good thing. So I got a prescription for a continuous glucose monitor. There are several brands out there. The one that my insurance covers that I got is the G7, Dexcom G7. And when you get the prescription, big bag, and you get one of these. Okay, so that's the receiver, and it's good for 3 months. And you get 3 of these. Well, I did. That's a month's worth, and then I can refill this 2 more times before I will also need a new receiver. And that's 3 months is when she wants to see me again. So anywho, I wanted to show you what this is like. I'm going to install it on my arm, and I thought it would be really scary because I'm not a big needle fan, and I get panic attacks from them and stuff. And you can actually see the needle on this thing. I will show you in a minute, but it went fine. It went fine. So, excuse me, receiver. I am getting over a cold, so pardon my voice. You get the nice little handbook, so you want to make sure you look at that. This is what the receiver looks like. It has a little charging port. Mine came about 50% battery, and there is the cord in here. Okay. It also comes with this crazy huge book. It's like a car manual. It's huge, but don't worry, you only need about half of it because it's in 2 different languages. So there's that. There's that monitor, and we will address that again in a little while. And then it also comes with the cord and the, whatever you call this piece. I would only use the charging materials that come with it. Because kind of like Kindles and things, just because the ones for your phone fit doesn't mean that they work quite the same. So they do the same thing, but sometimes at different speeds. So you want to charge it with the equipment that they give you to maximize the life of your product. Excuse me. So now we have this. Is the part that's going to go in on your arm. Which, by the way, I did it wrong last time. You can see the bruise, can't you? Yep. So the first time I did it was here. I was like, where should it be? It should be here. Yeah. And that was great. A little hard to reach, but great. And then the second time, I didn't want it on my other arm, so I thought, oh, I'll just do it like here. But as you can see, it was too much on the muscle. And that little pin was poking me too much, and I got bruised up, and that doesn't feel good. Can you see? I need something white behind it. I meant to use the box. We're going to use the box. Flap. I don't know if you can see that. No, you won't be able to see that. I had this figured out before I started the video, and then now I've forgotten what I was doing. Anyway, it's not very long, but there's this little tiny pin. Can you see it? Anyway, it's tiny, it's thin, but it almost looks big because you're like, that's going to be in me. But if you put it in the correct spot, you don't even feel it. So, what does this box come with? This box comes with your instruction fold out that looks so cute and small, but it's going to fold out and fold out and fold out and be about as big as you by the time you got it out there. Okay. And you've got this. And you've also got QR codes. You're going to need those if you use the phone app to monitor it, which I like both. I got both. Because this is going to send messages to the receiver. This is pretty small and comfortable in my pocket. But I thought the phone would be nice so I can take screenshots. Now I have the hiccups, I'm sorry. Screenshots of how it's doing. Okay. this is going to be the little thing that goes around it to keep the seal. And since I've already done this, I am not going to read all the stuff. We're just going to get ready to get going. You're going to need some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, or the swabs that you use from a first aid kit. The spot you're looking for is the little valley right there between the muscle groups, okay? So right here is where I had it before. And this one was wrong. It was too much on the muscle, and that's why it was poking me and occasionally uncomfortable, intermittently uncomfortable. And somebody grabbed my arm real hard one day, and it was like, anyways, that's why that's bruised. When I did correctly, didn't bruise. So it's time to switch arms. So we're going between the muscle and the back lengths. So right around about here. So I'm going to err on the side of caution and put the alcohol on a much bigger area than where I plan to aim for, just in case I get confused and aim for the wrong area. Pewy. All right, so we're clean. Give that a minute to dry. Letting it dry. So this little critter is pretty cool, because what we're going to do is we will line it up. It's got the thing you need in there, actually. Haha. Take that piece off. You unscrew it. And there's your little thing in there. Can you see that little pin? A little creepy. So I was scared. But I promise you, it is nowhere near as scary as that looks. It's way not, like I saw that and I was just like, oh my God, I can't. And then I thought, would you rather prick your finger 6 times a day? No, I wouldn't. I'd rather have continuous glucose monitoring, which, by the way, Dexcom G7 sends the signal every 5 minutes. So you get a pretty good thing. Now, I am right-handed, so this might feel really weird trying to get this. So like I said, we're aiming for that little valley between the muscles and the, see, and here I am being chicken again, and I need to angle it to where I can reach that button, so I'm going to change position a little bit so that I can reach that button when we're ready. It's going to be easy peasy, I promise. I'm just a wimp. You're not going to believe me that it's easy, are you? Okay, so there we go. And then you push this button. Big noise. Didn't even feel it. Like, it doesn't feel like I was poked. Obviously, I felt it, but it didn't feel like being poked at all. Like the pinprick is uncomfortable. This was not uncomfortable. You just feel the pressure of this thing against your arm. You really don't feel that little needly thing at all. So then you just kind of rub it and make sure that the adhesive is stuck to you. And then we have this little guy. I'm going to peel off the clear first, okay? So leave the green one, because that one has little tabs you can hold on to, see? The little corners. Now, see, I'm trying to let you see it, but I also need the mirror, so bear with me. It's just going to go right around it, like that. Kind of press it a little bit to make sure it's stuck. And now we're going to peel off the green thing, which feels like you're taking the whole thing off, but you're not. See? Just like that. Ta-da! And now you rub it a little more again to make sure you don't have any air bubble thingies in there. Like, it looks a little funny there, but that's just like my arm flab battling thing. And I already can't even feel it. They say you can swim in this. I am not an aquatics fan. I don't know about You can shower for sure, and that's really all I cared. And then you just pat it dry after your shower. This is good for 10 days. That's why you get 3 of them, because every 10 days it will expire, it'll stop working, and the receiver or the app in the phone, both of them, will notify you that it's going to expire. Excuse me. So now it's good. Now when I took it off, the first one I took off, I just did right here at the counter, like I have now. And it was pretty tedious to peel off this sticky stuff. It was kind of like peeling off a big Band-Aid, and it was very stuck. The second one, the one that bruised, I was like, I'll just take it off in the shower, make life easier. And just under the running water, it started peeling, the water got in under it, and just, it was easy. So in 10 days, when I take this off, I will take it off in the shower again. And so that's it. It's just going to be under my clothes. And once I connect them, let's see if we can do that real quick. So it says no alerts, start a new sensor. Okay. So everything on here, this is not a touch screen, but these are your controls. So there's no alerts, but I want to start a new sensor. Let's see if I can figure it out. Start the new sensor, hit the circle. I'm going to hit the circle. Insert the sensor, confirm that it's on, because you have to do that first. Yes. We're going to scroll down to see the other things it has to say. Important, do it this way. Blah, blah. Sensor is inserted. Okay. There is a number. This is mine. Can you see it? Yep. A number and a QR code. So this takes the number. If you get the app, which is free in your phone, I think you still need this. This comes with your prescription no matter what. The phone, you have a choice to use that number or the QR code. And the QR code is on this, and the QR code is on the box. And it's even on the inner wrapper that came in the box. So you have 3 QR codes. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to go next. And now I'm going to put in my numbers. And the next number, you hit the circle again. And you just go up or down to get to your number. See, you can go down too. But it seems kind of silly. Okay. Yep. And now I submit. It is searching for the sensor. It's supposed to stay within 3 feet of my arm. Oh, wow. It was instant. Sometimes it can take up to 10 minutes. Excuse me. It says always keep your receiver within 20 feet of the sensor. So essentially, if it's in the same room you're in, that's good enough. I have found that for me and my house, I can leave it in my bedroom, and I seem to be free to go all over the house, and it's still fine. But it says keep it within 20 feet. Okay, so anyway, so now we're finished. Now, it takes a little while for this thing to warm up, and how long that takes will depend on what brand you've got. The Dexcom G7 takes 20-25 minutes to warm up. Some brands take up to a couple hours, whatever. So your equipment will let you know. So it just says it's warming up, and you won't get any sensor readings or alerts until the warm-up is done. And I'm not going to bore you for 20 minutes. But I will start doing videos showing what I ate and what the readings looked like, because this is going to be golden for helping me. Excuse me. My A1C keeps going up. And part of the problem with blood sugar, I think, is that when you eat the thing you probably ought not eat, I don't feel any different. Like, maybe I'm hungry sooner than I would have been when I eat cookies compared to if I had a hamburger. But I don't feel anything. So I told the doctor, I really think I can do this dietarily. I don't want metformin or whatever prescription it is that she has to offer. And the reason I have not succeeded in monitoring, taking care of it dietarily before is because I don't feel any different. And so I would eat good for 2 of the meals a day and then eat kind of crappy for 1 meal, or have a poor choice for a bedtime snack, like probably don't have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at 11 o'clock at night before you go to bed. Just saying. Not the best thing. So it would be easier if I could see the consequences. And because this will monitor every 5 minutes and tell me what my blood sugar is doing, I will have a fabulous idea of how strongly I react to different foods. And I think that's going to be a real game changer. So if you're interested in seeing how that works out for me, like, subscribe, stay tuned, and next time I will tell you what I ate, and we will see how that is working out. And fingers crossed, I have a little over 2 months until my next blood work. I really don't know what you can do for your A1C in 3 months, but if it's enough to keep her off my back and not make her try to give me a prescription, then totally worth it. I would rather take care of myself the way I'm supposed to and eat a proper human diet and not keep caving into the delicious junky stuff that's out there. And even things that seem okay, like bread and rice and potatoes, if your body doesn't handle that well, then you ought not be eating them. Even beans, she said, because they are protein, but they have a lot of carbohydrate. And she said for someone who's got a metabolic, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, things like that, they just don't metabolize things the same as other people. And she said that so even beans and chickpeas and things like that, I should treat them as a condiment and either don't eat them or only have a teeny tiny bit. Okay. So stay tuned and we're going to see how this goes. Bye. Thanks for watching.